The market pulls back, then shoots higher before selling off the second half of the day. Can the bulls keep pushing? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we were looking for a pullback and then a push higher. And while we got a pullback, it was a very shallow one, and then they pushed higher over Tuesday's high. They got to 3,900 and rejected that level and sold off for the rest of the day. It does look like we need some more corrective action to the downside before we can go higher. The question is, can the bulls hold support? I'll get into that in just one second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so with the move higher off of the shallow pullback, it does look like an expanded corrective pattern. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and we were looking for a pullback yesterday, and so we got the start of that, okay, and then they moved higher and took out this high, and then they came back down towards this A-wave low, and now they're bouncing a bit here. So what this would look like is what we call an expanded flat. And so an expanded flat usually happens after a wave 3 when it fails to hit its target. And while we did hit the 1, 2, 3, 6 area, the wave 1 was higher than you would expect. And so when it's higher than you would expect the target to move up as well, which would have been the 3902 level, okay, at the 1382. And so when we pulled back in A, it went up to 3897, just a few points shy of that 1382, which is the target that it was expected to hit, and then a move down from there in C. And we've started that move down, and it has a couple of primary support levels. So the first primary support level comes in at this 3830 level, which is basically even with this wave A, and that's why it's called a flat, because the first move down and the last move down are basically flat across. They don't go deeper than, one doesn't go deeper than the other, but it can go deeper. So the C wave can continue down, okay? And our next levels of support would be 3811 down to the 3785 area. 3785 for this wave down as being wave 4 would be basically where we would want support to hold to continue to call this a wave 4. If it comes below that, especially if it comes down under 3777, then we're looking at potentially starting the B wave down and saying that they hit 39 or 3897 and they were short of the 3916 area we were looking for. And so we would just move this C wave to here, and they came up a few points shy of the target. And that happens sometimes. You know, A equals C is not exact science. It's basically the C wave should be about as long as the A wave, and that would have been about 17 to 20 points higher. So if they can't hold 3785, all right, and they come down below 3777, then we can't really call this a wave 4 anymore, and we're looking at a B wave, as we're calling this completed, okay? So this C wave completes an A, B, C up to complete an A wave. All right, then you'd get a B wave down, and that B wave retrace comes in at the 3700 to 3650 level for support. It's a fairly deep pullback for that. And then we would look for a C wave back up, okay, towards the 4000 level. So you can see the A wave that we're trying to complete here. So the overall pattern, guys, would be completing this A wave up, this B wave down, and this C wave up. Then you get the pullback, okay, for this B wave. And then you get another C wave up towards 4,000. All right, that would complete this A wave. So those are the two counts that we're pretty much tracking at this point. If they hold this 40 or 3830 level, or even the level they were at here at 3836, close enough to 3830, and they start to push higher up towards this 3916 to 3950 area, then we would call the ABC flat done and moving up in wave 5. If they can hold 3811 to 3785, okay, then we would just have a deeper C wave, which you can see on an expanded flat, and then a move higher up towards this 3917 to 3950 area. All right, and if they can't hold 3785, okay, and they go below 3777, then we should expect a deeper pullback towards that 3700 to 3650 area, and then a pretty strong C wave back to 4000 from there. All right, so over on the NASDAQ, As you'd expect, you have very similar counts. The difference is on the NASDAQ, we talked about yesterday, they were very close to invalidating the NASDAQ, and they really did try to thread the needle. They held it right here forever, took it back up, but couldn't break out over the high like the ES did. And then they brought it back down and did end up invalidating that more bullish count. Now, that doesn't mean they can't make a leading diagonal, but it does mean we don't trust it and we don't count on it until it proves itself. So on the NASDAQ, you had a more standard correction where you got an A wave down, a B wave up, and then a C wave down. It's possible that that correction could be over, as this is about the 1.0 extension right here. And if that's the case, we would expect to see higher from that level. But ultimately, they need to hold above 11,259 in this C wave down. If they can hold above 11,259, it can still be wave 4, and we can push back up toward our wave 5 target up here at the 11,900 level. So if we get that move, that would be our first look at what a wave 4 could look like, is holding the low that we've already made in the overnights. The second is that we could extend this down to the 11,259 area before heading back up. Okay, and if they can't hold 11,259, then we're looking at the 11,111 area as the top of the support zone, and the 10,780 area as the bottom of the support zone for a wave B, and then a bigger wave C up into that 12,300 to 12,400 level to complete that level. So if they move down through this 11,259 level, the C wave would move to our top here. We'd get our ABC down into our B wave, because remember, this move here is A, B, C for A, B down, and then you get C up towards that 12,400 to 12,500 level. Okay, so that is what we're looking at on the NASDAQ. They need to basically hold 12,259. If they go below that, we're looking for them to hold 11,111 down to 10,780. And then push higher towards that 12,400 to 500 range. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in this video and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it'll take you right over to the web page. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial, because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. And you can cancel at any time. Okay, our first room is my Invest with Jacob room, and there you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a very small price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. You really have to see it to fully understand it, and that's why we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in the rooms so we can all make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. It's all about holding support. 38.30 is our first level, or 38.36 where they've held already. They can come down to 38.30 as their next level of support. After that, it's 38.11 down to 37.85. Below 37.77, and it's more likely we're in this wave B down towards 3,700 to 36.50. Over on the NASDAQ, they're looking to hold potentially the support they've already laid in at the 11,416 area. Otherwise, they need to hold the 11,259 area to complete as a wave 4 down and move higher. If they break that, then we would look to the 11,111 area down to the 10,780 to hold the B wave pullback before we see the next C leg higher. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.